Okay, so he may not change everything. However, he does change a bit within the game of Genshin Impact, and I wanted to go ahead and talk about it with you guys. So, Heizou. And spoilers ahead, by the way. If you don't want to be spoiled, I suggest clicking off the video. I do appreciate you being here. But Heizou, he's throwing fists. He's throwing fisticuffs, and I couldn't be more excited. But he's a catalyst user. Very interesting, and this absolutely opens the doors, possibly, to many a different things that can happen within the game of Genshin Impact. And I wanted to talk about this specifically because we did share some thoughts on stream, and it really hit me that this could be a possibility within the game of Genshin Impact moving forward. So what do I mean exactly? Well, we just stated that Heizou, and I hope I'm pronouncing his name right this time, is a catalyst user that doesn't actually use his catalyst. Now, his elemental skill, elemental burst, basic attack, and charge attacks have been shown, and at no point in time is he actually using the catalyst. He is throwing fists, he's throwing hands, and he's fisticuffsing people, and I'm all about it. So we started to talk and we started to theorize on stream what this could possibly do for the weapon archetypes, the other ones at least. So for example, can you have a polearm user that can use a scythe? Or can you have a bow user that uses a gun and it not necessarily be an entirely different weapon type? So for example, you don't have to now having to gacha for a gun or gacha for a scythe or gacha for a gauntlet. It stays within the normal weapons that we have currently within the game of Genshin Impact, but a polearm user can now utilize a scythe, or a bow user can now utilize the gun, or the catalyst user can now throw hands all of a sudden apparently. It's just very interesting, and I think this opens the doors to so many different possibilities, variations, and the potential could possibly be limitless, and it all starts with Heizou. And I think a lot of us have been waiting for a new way to play the game of Genshin Impact in terms of combat. I know a lot of us have been waiting for gauntlet users to be in the game. Once again, me coming from the background of Honkai Impact 3rd, Fuhua being one of my most favorite characters to play in the game because of her gameplay, and she throws hands. It's just one of those things that switches up the dynamic of how you play the game, and it kind of renews it, kind of makes it fresh once again, at least in my opinion. So that is why Heizou is just so amazing in that term, and it's not necessarily his character design that draws people in, but more his gameplay. When you take a look at what he's doing, he looks like the last airbender, if you know what I mean. And he is somebody that gets up in your face and has close combat and is really brawling with you. And that is exciting because we don't have anything like that in the game. And on top of that, him being a catalyst user, we all know catalyst users for most people are not the most exciting weapon type to use in the game. Normally they're slow, normally they're a bit clunky. Not Heizou. Heizou is up in your face, throwing them hands and asking you who's next, right? And that's exciting to me, and that's why I am going to be maining him, and I couldn't be more excited for him to drop. And I think that draws a lot of other people in similarly, right? And then imagine if you get a brand new polearm user, but they utilize a massive scythe, and the different combinations that you can use and the different playstyle and how fresh and unique that is without actually having to worry about needing to gacha for a whole new different weapon category. It's still within the polearms, and you can utilize your current weapons that you have. So for example, with Heizou and being a catalyst user, that Skyward Atlas that's just been sitting around collecting dust, or that Solar Pearl that's just been sitting around not doing anything, well, now you got a character that you can slap it on, but they don't actually use it. They're throwing hands, right? It's the same with like a polearm. If you have a scythe user that is within the polearm category, and you have a Primordial Jade Winged Spear just lying around, or Skyward Spine that is collecting dust sitting on the bench, well, now you can whip that bad boy out, put it on your scythe user, and they just go to town. I mean, I know it's a little bit different because Heizou's throwing hands and the catalyst never comes out, and you know, when you're using a scythe user, the scythe would have to be shown, right? So that might be a little bit different, but I think they can still do it in a similar fashion or in a similar way. I think there still is that possibility. And the same goes with the bow. You know, if a bow user can now utilize a gun, or it's a gun user, but it's within the bow category, hopefully that's not too complicated or convoluted. You know, you can still aim down sight. It's like a third person shooter. You could still aim, shoot, and it be within the bow category. And you can, you know, utilize your, I don't know, your Skyward Harp that's not on anybody for whatever reason, or your Rust that's just been collecting rust. You can go ahead and slap that bad boy on your gun user. I don't know. It's just some food for thought, something that I thought I would want to talk about with you guys and get your thoughts and opinions. Once again, this could be a little bit different because a scythe user actually has to use their scythe and a gun user actually has to use the gun. So how would that really correlate with the actual weapon? But I think they can find a way to make it work. Who knows? Maybe for scythes and guns, they're actually going to be separate categories, if that's even something that we get in the first place. Now I'm just really, you know, thinking way far ahead, and that may never come to fruition. But these are the types of videos that I like to make and talk about with you guys. And it's all for fun, right? It's not anything too serious. It's all for fun. And it's just with the excitement of Heizou and him bringing something different to the table. What are the other possibilities that could happen? What else could we see that's just out of left field that we weren't expecting? Because let's be honest, right? We were not expecting Heizou to be a Catalyst user, but he's getting up in the Hilichurl's face, throwing hands and you know, wanting the brawl, right? At least I didn't see that coming. And if you saw that coming, then my goodness, you're one great prognosticator, and my hat's off to you. I didn't. I thought he might have been just a Catalyst user, and a normal Catalyst user at that. And that's why I was never excited about this character, even though I heard his name floating around in some fan, you know, fare or art or whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I'm kind of getting off topic now. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts and opinion. If you really enjoyed this video, you can go ahead and drop a super thanks. It's greatly appreciated. You don't have to, but it means a lot to me. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Join the FBG family. We would love to have you stick around. And you can go ahead, if you want to support a little further beyond, a link to our sponsor, GamerSupps, in the description down below. They dropped 3 brand new caffeine-free flavors if you're interested in that. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.